Good evening and welcome to this special broadcast. We are providing you an analysis on the fourth day of the fourth cricket test match between India and Australia. A thrilling day of cricket, and now going into the fifth day. India have been set a target of 328 by Australia. At the end of the day, they had finished, scored 4 runs, and managed to not lose any of their openers. I'm joined by the sports editor of the Tribune, Rohit Mahajan, live now. Rohit, of course, you had yesterday, in fact, you had challenged me saying that victory seems to be improbable. Now we are actually fighting for a draw. But do you still think any chance of India actually winning this test match?
Yeah, that seems very unlikely. You have rain forecast for tomorrow, and I'm not sure how many overs. The maximum overs that can be bowled tomorrow is 98 overs.
Right.
I don't think that we are going to get anything more than 50, 60, maybe, depending on the weather. The rain is forecast. We really don't know how it's going to be. So I think the possibility of the bowling team going for a win is much higher than the batting team going for the runs. Uh, Seeing the conditions in Melbourne and Brisbane. If it's rainy, it might seem off the wicket. There are cracks on the pitch. The ball might swing. So the possibility of the bowling team winning from here on is greater than the batting team winning. So I would imagine that India would do better if they went for a draw.
Uh, in case the rain disrupts the proceedings, in case we manage to get 50, 60 overs, will India be able to save the match if it turns out to be a 50 over last day? Would we still be able to save the match?
Yeah, well, that's the challenge, isn't it? That's what you'd hope your batsman would be capable of doing. The tail yesterday showed that even batsmen right up to number 8, 9 have the ability to bat and last on the wicket. They have especially Shardul Thakur and Washington Sundar. They show that they have the temperament, apart from the ability as batsmen. They have the temperament as well to try to bat for long durations. So you'd hope that they would be able to fight it out even if we lose a couple of wickets at the top or a few wickets right until the middle order and the batsmen are under pressure. You'd imagine that perhaps in this lineup there would be a couple of batsmen who would be able to fight it out, especially considering that the fact that the stakes are so high. It's boiled down to the last day of this very exciting series. Um, and I would imagine that, I would hope that they would have the ability and the mental strength to ensure that at least they escape with the draw.
Also, with about today's proceedings, Australia started quite well. They were scoring runs quite freely in the first session, but then Mohammed Siraj and also Shardul Thakur in his second spell managed to rein in the Australian batsmen summit. Take us through the proceedings through the day. I mean, the fight back in the second session by the Indians. The
Yeah,
first, they seem to be really, scoring freely.
yeah. You know what? Uh, Australia were, I mean, they probably didn't quite know how to play because they didn't want to lose wickets and they lost wickets in a bunch. And because if they had fallen for a small score, India may have had to chase only about 200 or 220. So, yes, so they began well, and I think they began at 21 without loss.
Mm.
And they had a good partnership to begin with. So it set the stage for them for the middle order to try to attack them. So overall, I think considering the circumstances, it was I think 89 without loss, and then four wickets fell in a bunch, and 123 for four. Uh, Manas got a fantastic. Levishan got a fantastic ball from Siraj. Wade also got a good ball. Again, Siraj got him, but that was down the leg side. I think that was not a great shot again from Wade. So after that, again, you see the importance of Smith in the 11. He again sat down. He again settled down and played a very fine knock, 74 balls and 55 runs, and he rescued the team from what could have been a precarious situation. And he took the team to 196. From there onwards, it was only a matter of everybody getting 10, 20, 30 runs, and Australia reaching a total which would be defendable tomorrow, which they did. But again, you have to give credit to Siraj. He's gone through so much on this tour, right from his father died early, uh, early after the team reached Australia. He couldn't travel to India. Um, he made his debut. He got his opportunity and he made it count. And then he suffered so much abuse from the crowd, which is so unfair. So for him to get a 5-wicket haul here was very encouraging and wonderful to watch. And and Shardul Thakur again on debut, again he got wickets. I think he ended up with 7 wickets for the match, which is fantastic to go along with a half century. So I think again a very encouraging performance by our second string bowling attack today as well. And I would hope that tomorrow India would have the Indian batsman would show the resolve to make it count and not let it waste. And
Rohit, talking about the batsman tomorrow, Shubman Gill has an opportunity of a lifetime inning actually. If he scores well, manages to get a century, or for that matter even Rohit Sharma. So for Shubman Gill, definitely it's going to be a big day tomorrow.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. That though I think that the bowling team has a greater opportunity tomorrow, much greater opportunity tomorrow. Tomorrow is the sort of day young batsmen dream of when they dream of playing for India. To be in such a position, 300 runs in a day, and then going out and scoring maybe 50, maybe 100, and then however many overs they can bat, maybe getting a century, and then maybe taking your team to victory. So the first, I mean, he's a very calm boy. He has good batting shots. I think if he remains calm and doesn't focus on the task at hand, and just plays it ball by ball and session by session and 10 runs by 10 runs, maybe they would be able to reach close to 300 if we get enough balls, enough overs tomorrow.
Also, Rohit, very briefly, the condition of the pitch. In fact, some cracks had developed through the 3-4 days. The track still seems to be quite playable. I mean, there are no demons in it, so that should give India some kind of solace that at least the pitch is not absolute venomous.
Yeah, as you say, there are no demons in the pitch, and the Australians showed that again today. The difference is that their bowling attack is much superior to ours and much more experienced than ours. Our bowling attack, I think before this match, had barely 11 test wickets. Their bowling attack had over 1,000 test wickets, and they are the top bowlers in the world. So yeah, but the pitch seems okay. Good to bat on, still good to bat on. And if you look at the records, fourth innings, big scores have been made at the Gabas, but the highest successful winning total has been less than 200. So you know that the task is enormous. But then again, there are times and there are records which are broken, and maybe tomorrow is a day when a new record will be set. But again, seeing the weather, seeing the forecast, it's going to be very tough to get too many overs to to bat for India. And in such circumstances, in Test cricket, where one side of the wicket can be packed by the fielding side to save runs, and the bowlers would bowl to one side, scoring runs can be extremely difficult.
All right. Thank you so much, Rohit, for those details. In fact, we were hoping that tomorrow there could be some sort of a miracle. The series being will be decided tomorrow on the last day of the last test match. Very aptly, it's been a series which has seen India dramatically collapse for 36 and then bounce back. Now we've
Yeah.
reached a stage where on the last test match, a result is
Last day.
expected or a draw on the last day itself. Many thanks for joining us live, Rohit, on this broadcast. We'll keep on coming back to you tomorrow, the all-important day. We'll come back to you for more analysis. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.
Thank you.